There's been a question on my mind lately that I think a lot of us who are going through self improvement in a serious manner would like to have the answer to. And that is, when is self improvement enough? When should we actually stop all of this chasing around after progress, after achievements? When should we just sit in our own damn place for once with our own 2 feet on the ground and be happy of what we have achieved? Because it's been a long time since I actually think that I've sat on my own damn 2 feet and thought to myself, I'm so proud of what I've achieved, and just simply sit in that pride, in that joy, knowing that I've achieved so much, that I've changed so much in a positive way about my life. It's been a long time since that happened, and I frankly cannot even remember when. And you probably don't either. You know, when I started self improvement around 2 years ago, it felt quite easy to think to myself, how, man, I'm doing so great, right? I'm living such a better life. Like, I've quit video games. Look at me. Oh, I haven't touched any kind of bad food in ages. Oh my God, like, this is happening. It was so easy back then to just say it because you had like a pretty decent idea of where you started from and what is happening right now, and you can easily sit with your progress in mind and think to yourself, I've done a lot. But recently, when some things, they kind of don't necessarily bring that sort of short-term progress that we would like to see, like that visible progress that we would like to see, and it's more like things that we will gain a lot of positive things from in the long term. It gets a bit frustrating, doesn't it? Because you feel like you're not doing enough most of the time. You feel like you need to do more because that progress isn't always showing, and you feel like you need to push even further, even harder to get a bit of visible progress in there. To feel the same way as you did when you first started. To feel secure with yourself, knowing that you're on the right path. But let me tell you something, I truly believe that if we're going for self improvement, bro, if you're watching videos like this of this random kid out here, like 17-year-old kid talking about self improvement, man, then you're on the right path. And it's just, when is enough self improvement enough? When should we stop the chasing around and finally look at what we've achieved? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have the answer to that, but honestly, what I think I can help us in general with is the fact that we need to stop chasing around. We need to stop this mindless struggle of trying to get to where we want to get to, without even realizing that what we're losing in the short term. How many times have you ruined yourself? Have you made yourself miserable just because you've made like a simple mistake? How many times have you just went against yourself like an enemy and made yourself feel bad about yourself, made yourself feel stupid? Just because you didn't like wake up 15 minutes earlier or 30 minutes earlier, an hour earlier, or you didn't see that one thing when you met this girl, or you didn't do like the last rep in the exercise, at the gym. We end up pushing ourselves to some limits, and we end up saying some things to ourselves which are honestly deplorable. Like, I don't think we should be allowed to even do this to ourselves, man. I mean, think about it, bro. We don't say this to other people when they mess up in any way. We don't tell them, you're a little bitch, you're a little wuss, what are you doing? Get your life together, bro. You woke up 30 minutes later than your actual schedule. What are you doing? Bro, are you dumb? Are you stupid, bro? You're wasting your life, you're wasting time. You're not telling that to your friend. You're not telling your friend all of these things. No, you're gonna be telling your friend, bro, it's fine. It's like 30 minutes. It's not the end of the world, bro. You can like make up for it. It's okay. Or, you didn't get the last rep in at the gym, bro, it's fine. It's okay. Or you didn't perform well in the sports that you practice, or you didn't read as many pages in the book as you wanted, with as much concentration as you wanted. Bro, it's fine. There's always tomorrow, and you can always try again. It's fine. That is what you're going to be telling a good friend. And so why we tear at ourselves just saying all of these horrible things? Why do we make ourselves feel worthless by our own design? Just because of some really, really random thing. And then end up ruining our day. It's happened so many times to me, man. Like it's yeah, I cannot even imagine how many times it's happened, bro. But it's been a year, and I believe that, for the beginning of my self-improvement, I guess this really shot me forward, right? It got me ahead of some of my competition that I could see around me. Because I was always going at my own throat. I was literally just holding myself with my own hands like this, just pushing myself to be perfect. And when I wouldn't, I would just literally have like, I remember literally just crying like a little kid sometimes, that I would waste some time and I would just get so pissed off and so mad at myself that I would say so many horrible things to myself in my own mind or like verbally that I would literally end up tearing up. Like, it's just, how are we allowed to do this? I mean, we've done it for so long, and where did it get us? Bro, you're not even capable of enjoying a simple day now. I went on a vacation with my family. Bro, I could not literally just sit still for several hours without thinking to myself, this is a waste of time. I'm wasting time. What am I doing with my life? I'm never going to get these days back. Oh my God, my life is horrible. Bro, I was reading, I was journaling, I was listening to podcasts, I was doing a bunch of things. And yet, at the same time, just because I was sitting in a single place for several hours, I thought to myself, my life is a disaster. You're stupid, you're miserable. What are you doing? Like, I was telling myself that, and that genuinely ruined my days. That made me feel like I was wasting time instead of actually, think to myself, I'm taking a break from my usual schedule and I'm just living life, spending time with my parents, the people that I love. I couldn't think about that. All that was in my mind was, I'm wasting time. I literally have that written in my journal. I was writing it down. I was like, bro, this is such a waste of time. I hate everything. I hate this. I don't like this. And now I think about it, bro. I spend time with my parents. I spend time enjoying the company of my parents. And you're out here telling me that it's a waste of time. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is what we end up doing to ourselves. So I need you, man. And you need this as well. Trust me, like, admit it. You need this. You need to be able to get away from this mindless struggle of every single day having that. But I literally have my habit tracker here, right? I was pushing myself to have everything checked off, like, clearly, bro. Like, everything. I was pushing myself to do that. And every single time that something is not right, like, I cannot check off a box because of some random thing, because, I don't know, I had to be on the road. Or, I don't know, life got in the way. I feel so stupid. I end up just insulting myself for some reason. And every single time that I actually manage to check off all the boxes, which is like a huge achievement, checking off all of the boxes, I do that and I just think to myself, okay. And that's it. I don't even spend some time just think to myself, well done, bro. Well done, Cosmin. You've done a great job. For once you've managed to do this right, there you go. Good job, man. You're on the right path. No, I was always thinking to myself, well, I'm gonna have to have all of those days perfectly clear, bro. And maybe not even my words, not even the words of other people who will tell you that, progress isn't always linear and there's always gonna be ups and downs, bro. You're not even, you might acknowledge it consciously, but subconsciously you're just thinking to yourself, every single time that something is going wrong, you're taking a blow. Because your subconscious does not actually realize the fact that life has its ups and downs, that it's not always going to be perfect. That is what we need to drill into our minds. We should strive to do our best, for sure. I'm not trying to say anything otherwise. But at the same time, we have to understand and we have to drill this into our minds so that we understand that every single time that we feel like a sudden rush of anger or disappointment or whatever else about not completing everything, bro, life isn't linear. Progress isn't linear. And I don't think we should spend all of our days looking at that habit tracker and checking off the boxes like that. I think our lives, bro, if we were to only go by that habit tracker, and if we were to judge our lives only by that habit tracker, then our lives would be pretty cool, right? Oh, we're exercising daily. Oh, we're journaling daily. We're meditating daily. We're waking up decently early. That's good. We're also praying. Oh, yeah. We're also doing the hardest thing in the morning first because, we want to get it out of the way. We're also journaling, bro. We're also meditating. I think I said that once, but like, we're also reading, and you get the point, right? You have the list written down. It's great. Oh my God, everything is checked. My life is amazing, but in real life, you could be a miserable human being. That is what happens with so many high achievers, or like achievers that want to become high achievers, right? We have this ambition, we have this drive that does not really let us appreciate what we have. I've been one of the people that hasn't really went against ambition, that hasn't really went against this will, this iron will to do perfect, to be perfect. And for such a long time, I was fully up for the idea, of just insulting yourself and being cruel to yourself when things went wrong. And for a while it worked, up until I literally became mentally exhausted, up until I could not even enjoy a simple day in which I managed to do everything right. I thought to myself, okay, cool, managed to do it once, bro, but like the rest of your habit tracker looks pretty bad. And probably tomorrow you're not going to be able to do things perfectly again. You're a failure, bro. I was thinking to myself, when is all of this going to end? When is all of this self misery, self harm? Like, this is, the self harm equivalent in self improvement. Instead of cutting lines with a razor blade on your arm, bro, you're out here just ruining and cutting lines in your mind. No, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. And we have to push ourselves and we have to drill this into our minds and understand the fact that we cannot just keep pursuing that. We cannot just keep mindlessly pursuing these things. Because where are we going to end up? We're going to end up alone, sad, lonely, afraid of ourselves, afraid of what is going to happen if one single little thing goes wrong. One single little detail that is out of line. What will that do to me? When we first start self-improvement, I think a lot of us, we want to understand that. We want to make ourselves believe that we're actually ridding ourselves of the control that, I don't know, our pleasures that the external world has put on us, right? We want to rid ourselves of these things. And to some extent we do, right? To some extent we gain autonomy. I think that's what it's spelled. And yet, later on, we realize that we've went through all of that pain, we've went through all of that discomfort of gaining that independence, that autonomy, just to replace it with another thing controlling us, with our higher expectations, our higher standards, just pushing us all of the time and making us feel miserable when things are even slightly and merely out of line. That is no way to live, man. That is no way to live. It's like you're constantly living your life with a gun pointed at your head. Just expecting it to always just go off because of some simple things. That is no way to live, man. And I think a practical way that we could make ourselves more proud of what we achieve is, just spend time literally just ruminating about it. Just spend time thinking about all of the beautiful things that you've achieved, and maybe if it's like a material thing, maybe if it's, I don't know, you've made a lot of friends, if it's the fact that you got a girlfriend, and you think to yourself, but that is not enough. I have to keep pushing forward because what if that happens, or what if that happens, bro? What if this girl doesn't like me anymore because I'm not like perfectly in line with everything, bro? For once, drop all of these other things and go spend some time with your girl. Go on a walk in nature, hold her hand, go talk to your boys, go talk to your friends, go out with your friends, have a dinner together. How about you go to the beach once? How about you go somewhere and you just take off your shirt and you just flex yourself like a stupid little kid, bro? Because you deserve it. Because you've built the body, you've built the physique of a man who is an athlete, of a man who pushes himself. Whether you're weight training, whether you're running, whether you're playing a sport, whether you're doing anything. We need to take some time to just be grateful for what we've achieved. To stop the mindless struggle, to stop the mindless chasing around. And for once, just be here. Be present. Yeah, man. That's all I had to say. So I really hope this kind of made you think about something interesting, because it surely is interesting to me. And I really hope that we can get to go past this. And it's been a challenge of mine, really, to actually do this as well. So we're gonna have to push it through it together. I'll see you next time, man. If you want to join my self-improvement Discord server, there will probably be a link to that in like the description of my YouTube channel. If you want to go on a free self-improvement coaching call, then you can click the Calendly link in the description of my channel as well. If you want to like this video, if you want to subscribe, be free to do that. So, man, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time, man. Don't forget to live in the present moment. Get rid of all of the stupid things which might be making you lose track of what is actually beautiful and important, what you're actually fighting for. Got this, man. See you later.